No, NCAA football is not coming back. But Jackson, you might say, the NCAA just set up a committee to possibly allow student athletes to make money off their likeness. Yes, this is true, and I do hope they approve the idea, as I feel athletes should be able to make money off their fame while in school, though I don't agree with the notion that the schools should be the ones paying them. My problems on why the NCAA series won't come back actually comes from the production side, and it all comes down to licensing fees. To make another NCAA game, they're going to have to negotiate licensing agreements with both the NCAA and the CLC to get the front-end visuals you're going to need to make the game actually marketable for the average consumer. This will be in actual schools, logos, awards, bowls, etc., etc. And this is before we even get into licensing costs. Both of these, one would assume, would be multi-million-dollar agreements. I can't really find specifics on what EA has been paying for their licensing deals, but 2K just signed a 7-year, $1.1 billion agreement with the NBA at the beginning of this year for their licensing agreement, so one would assume it might be in a similar ballpark. Now, one would hope EA would be able to negotiate that deal down to 3/4 of that, maybe even half, but that still comes out to $50 to $100 million a year, and that's a lot of money to put into, let's be honest, a niche of a niche. Now, I know you're all probably fuming right now, but be honest. College football is a niche of the larger pro-American football scene in America, which in itself is a niche sport on the world stage, behind soccer, association football, basketball, and baseball, so it's just a bunch of money to sink into a project. Basketball is a bigger worldwide sport, and EA canceled the college version of that well before the likeness controversy, not to even mention their attempt at college baseball. Now the last thing, the elephant in the room, the point of this whole video, likeness compensation, is just another chunk of change they're going to have to pay out if they want to make the game. Assuming the 130 FPS teams, the 75-man roster in the last release, and even payment across the board for all players, you're looking at about an additional $1 million per $100 of compensation. So figuring in the minimum payout for that class action lawsuit for likeness, you're looking at an additional $4 million in licensing. But let's be honest, players like Trevor Lawrence and Tua Tagovailoa aren't going to be taking a $400 deal. They'll probably want thousands, if not tens of thousands, or even more, which to be fair, they are deserving of. But it's just so much money, and if you can't get the big names, you just lose the average consumer. And they can't even make the surrogate players that they used to have. There's not going to be a QB number 13 for Tua. You're going to have some like random white guy named John Smith or something, who might not even be statistically similar based on how far they want to push the likeness thing. We'd once again have to rely on the custom content crowd to rectify it. And that just puts the player base in another niche, shrinking it. That's pretty much all I have to say. I'd love to see another NCAA game, but I just don't see it. If you have counters to my points, let me know in the comments because I'd love to discuss and hope. Thanks for watching. I release videos every once in a while, which are usually about football, specifically college. So if you're interested in that and have not subscribed, please consider doing so. And if you like the video, please leave a like, as it really helps out. Thanks again for watching. Bye.